Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mouse Cheers. Cheers.
John, how are you doing today on this spooky day?
It is a spooky day. I'm doing pretty well. It's been a minute since we had actual whiskey in the...
It's been a minute. Well, you see, I've been sick and all this and whatnot, and antibiotics.
I wasn't sure if I'd be able to have whiskey today.
Why is that?
I wasn't sure if I'd be on antibiotics.
Because you never know if we'll be on antibiotics.
Because you never know. You see, went to a Halloween party.
Ooh.
Joe Fontaine.
He was on the podcast.
He was on the podcast.
Cheers to Joe. Joe, where are you? Come back on the podcast.
Cheers, Joe. Halloween party.
Yeah.
Drove there.
Love that.
Had a great time.
Love that even more.
Essentially charades, but like in a movie form. Like the group's broken up into three. One's an actor, one's a director, one's a writer. And then we had to like kind of, the director had to direct the actor, but without talking. Like that kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'm like being directed to do this scene from Hook.
Okay.
Where they put this pirate in a box.
Pirates in a box.
And they put the scorpions in the box. It's called the Boo Boo box.
The Boo Boo box.
Yeah. So they say action, and I start pretending I'm carrying somebody to the box, and their dog flips out, bites my arm, bites me.
No.
Bites me.
Oh, dude. You got bit by a dog.
So then I Googled it because I'm a worrier.
Mistake.
And I said,
I had
hey.
to tell someone today to not Google things.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, is it okay, like, if it's a minor dog bite, like no blood? And Google's like, even if it looks fine, it could be potentially life-threatening.
You're going to lose that arm.
Find medical attention and make sure you don't have rabies or tetanus.
Yep. Both are killers.
That was like 2 days after the dog bit me. I think I'm fine, but I wasn't sure if I was going to like, hey, if it still feels like real bad the next day. Because it was like sort of the touch.
Of
like
course, you got bit by a dog.
Yeah. I'm like, if it feels like that tomorrow, maybe I'll call my medical professional and get some antibiotics. And I'm like, if I'm on antibiotics, I won't be able to have whiskey. So no antibiotics today.
If you die of rabies, you're going to be 1 in 6 people.
Yeah.
Very few.
Yeah.
Very few. And that's how you'll go down in history. And honestly, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
How did he go? Rabies.
And people will be like, oh, mysterious.
Yeah, right. I got to know the story. I got bit by a dog.
Bit by a dog.
Yeah.
He was carrying someone into a box or something like that.
Yeah.
Scorpions. I'm sure
Yeah.
you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happened.
So what did you dress up as? So we were talking about, we were just upstairs. You were eating dinner. We were chatting.
I never told you.
You made me guess. It was a Spielberg theme.
Spielberg-themed party.
You made me guess what you dressed up as. I threw out a guess or two. I was wrong. I said Indiana Jones. I thought about, because the hint I was given was a simple last-minute costume, you can just whip up. So then I started thinking, well, the dad from the Fabelmans, but I don't think you saw that.
At first, I was thinking of dressing up as Robbie, the son who survives at the end of War of the Worlds.
That kid, he was the.
How cool would it be if I showed up as Robbie?
Yeah. That I love that idea.
Yeah,
I love that idea actually. Right. So. Go on. Oh, you could have been you could have been Tom Cruise. Could have been Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I know, but it's funnier to be, Robbie.
You're right.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. So who did you go as?
Would you like me to just tell you?
Ooh. Okay, hold on. Give me one more guess. One more guess.
So this is a Spielberg movie. Why don't you, if you want to look up Steven Spielberg filmography,
I know.
do so.
I know my Spielberg.
Yeah. I want to give you a little overlay while he looks and
Yeah.
guesses. What's up?
No, I'm sorry. I dropped something, but it's
no,
fine.
you get it if you want.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
yeah. So I'm just gonna get that
it's
real
all right.
quick.
It's our audio recorder. We don't want any audio problems again.
I did a half-assed job, is what
Yeah.
it is. My bad. Okay, now just because I'm doing this doesn't mean I don't know my Spielberg.
I know. It's, just want to see some of the
Spielberg. How do you spell that? Steven. Let me look up Steven Spielberg. All right, movies. Okay, something you can whip up around the house real quick. Do you have any?
If he guesses this, it would be crazy.
Okay. Do you have? Were you Private Ryan?
No.
No. So, can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Will I? It's similar to Robbie. Will I say it and be like, "That's what you chose"?
No.
Okay.
No. It's a main character.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to narrow it down to the movie,
Okay.
and then I'm going to narrow it down to the character.
Okay.
Okay. I'm between two. It's a tough one.
What are the two?
Catch Me If You Can,
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Future.
Okay.
It's one of those two.
No.
Interesting.
No. Back to the Future? No. That was Zemeckis.
No. Wait.
Yes.
It's under the Spielberg.
Yeah, but you got to go to IMDb because Spielberg produces movies too.
Oh.
So you can look up Martin Scorsese
Hold
and find like some movie that he definitely did not direct.
Hold up.
James Cameron, he didn't direct Sanctum, but his name's all over that
I
box.
hate James Cameron so much.
I love it, James Cameron.
Okay. I'm going to go, well, I guess I'll just say it. E.T. Were
No.
you Elliot?
No, would have been a good one though.
All right. I give up. What was it?
I was Abraham Lincoln
No.
from Lincoln.
I would have never guessed. You were DDL.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Did you talk like this?
No, I didn't. I
Did you
didn't.
talk?
I didn't
Abraham
act. Well,
Lincoln had a
technically,
very funny voice in that movie.
well, technically, I went sexy Abe Lincoln because
Sexy. What was sexy about him, and what is not sexy about him to you? So go on.
Exactly. My answer is exactly.
My question is, what did you do to make him sexy?
Oh,
that
because
was
I didn't.
not already
Because I
sexy about
didn't
him?
want to find my blazer, so I just put the white shirt on and unbuttoned a couple of buttons.
I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah.
And I, of course, shaved.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Send it to me. It'll go on the Instagram page.
Okay.
Big announcement. The Instagram page is back.
It's back, baby.
Under new management, and it will be
Make
if
sure
I say something's going on the Instagram page, it actually will this time.
I need to be
I'm unreliable.
sure I send it to the right person. Okay. So,
So check
yeah.
on the Instagram page if you want to see John as sexy Abraham Lincoln.
Dang right, folks. So, today.
John,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the holiday of Halloween? Just real quick.
Well, I enjoy the holiday. I'm I don't like to lose sight of like why a holiday is there, so like the heart of the holiday, much like Christmas or Easter. You got Santa, you got the Easter Bunny, but there's a core reason for the holiday.
You going into Samhain?
I'm sorry?
You going into Samhain right now?
Samhain?
Samhain. Halloween derived from Samhain.
No. I'm talking about like the more religious aspect of Halloween. Like All Saints,
Oh, gotcha.
So I like the holiday. I like the holiday. It's not my favorite, but I like it. I like fall. I think I like fall more than I like Halloween.
Ooh.
Yeah. No. I don't like the weather. I'm just saying, like, the theming, you know?
Gotcha. You don't like scary movies, though, right?
Not really.
No. Okay.
I want to. Do I?
It's okay.
Nah. I don't really like scary movies.
That's okay.
There are scary movies that I like,
Mhm.
but I don't, in general, like, care.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't really get scared. I mean, like, Sinister scared me. It's because we watched it with the lights out, like, close to the TV.
It's a completely different situation. Like, I saw, when you see scary movies in theaters and the theater is packed, it's like opening night or whatever. Everyone's there. Everyone's on the same page. They want to see the movie. Everyone wants to be scared.
Yeah.
So, therefore, that energy makes you scared. But then when you rewatch it, it's like, yeah. So,
right.
That is the only time I will get freaked out. Generally, I'm a big scary movie fan. Though.
It's kind of like a comedy movie. Like if it doesn't make you laugh out loud, but hey, with an audience, you are laughing. But then you watch it alone, you don't really laugh, but you like it.
And can I just say that's why I'm a big proponent of seeing older movies in theaters or in some sort of setting. Yeah. Because I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
How long has the third Harry Potter been out? Over 20 plus years, right? So I saw it a few years back now, but I saw an orchestra play in front of the movie while I was playing on the big screen.
That's cool.
It was very cool. And how many times have I seen the movie? And I was genuinely laughing at some of the comedy in it because it was the energy in the room.
There's something that speaks to that for 100%. Yeah.
Now, as far as Disney is concerned, it's my favorite time to go.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite time to go. I am dressing up as Stitch this year.
Nice.
Yeah. And Amanda's going to be Lilo.
Nice.
Yeah, we already bought the costumes. But it's the only time I go to Disney. I'm a Halloween guy.
Yeah.
I love Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Last year's Halloween episode.
Last year's Halloween episode. One of my favorite rides, and dare I say now my favorite because of the passing of Splash Mountain. The splashing.
The splashing of... Yeah, I almost said it.
I know that's what you were thinking. So now I think Haunted Mansion is my favorite.
Yeah.
And what a favorite to have.
It's a great ride. So, I do want to talk about Haunted Mansion. I want to talk about Haunted Mansion, the ride. But, you know, when thinking of, like, what we would do for Halloween, like Haunted Mansion, put the new Haunted Mansion movies out. There was an old Haunted Mansion movie. So it's kind of like, well, let's do kind of justice to both and do an episode on the ride, episode on the movies. Have to say something. We've been called out.
I
feel called out. And we have, because we have been.
And get ready to be roasted.
So it has come to our attention, that when we did our Lion King episode, which was the last episode, I think it was, that we were like kind of confused, like we weren't sure. Hey, does Simba like meet up with Rafiki in that one? And we just weren't sure. Listen. I'm not perfect. I ain't saying.
Hey, if you like trash movies and you know all about it, that's great. That's good for you.
So hold on though. He was trying to rewatch it, and like halfway through, you know, and then I did not rewatch it. I had seen it in theaters. I was really just that I knew that I didn't like it.
I stand by everything I said.
I still don't know if he met with Rafiki. I don't think he did.
I stand by it. Well, here's the thing. You missed out on, and I haven't rewatched it since, so get ready to hit me up in the comments again. Here's the thing. It didn't go through that whole thing where you hit him on the head and it's like, does it hurt? Well, it's over. It's in the past. And
that's what I thought you said, but maybe you went a step further and said that he straight didn't.
And I stand by what I said.
So the point is,
keep the comments coming.
No, please.
We loved that. I got a huge kick out of that.
That
was real funny.
I really love it. I love, And I don't think they were trying to be haters at all. I don't think so. They were kind of just like, hey, this is some content I want to watch. And then they're like, okay, guys, watch your stuff. To that, I say, noted.
And to that, I say a hater knows a hater.
I got to be honest, I did not know that anybody was watching. My bad. So
what we're going to do to appease everybody
is do the Haunted Mansion.
We're going to do the Haunted Mansion. We're going to talk about the ride first because that's what we know. We know that inside and out.
Yeah.
I watched all the Haunted Mansions. John
I'm halfway through the new one.
Is halfway through the new one, but you saw all the others, Muppets, the Eddie Murphy one.
Yep, I saw the Muppet one.
There we go.
So I just want to say that I would have otherwise probably went ahead with this episode if it wasn't for...
Hold up.
If it wasn't for Blue Jay 1982 IFY. Thank you, Blue Jay 1982 IFY.
If you're following him, unfollow him.
Nah, follow him. Or her. I think it's a girl. It's a girl.
Unfollow her.
Unless it's a guy who did. Follow Blue Jay 1982 IFY. What does IFY stand for? Can you please...
Cheers to you, Blue Jay.
Can you comment down below what IFY stands for? Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Haunted Mansion has become my new favorite ride in all Disney World after the splashing of Splash Mountain.
Okay.
Let's start with the queue line. Now, this is something you don't always go through, like especially early in the morning, rope drop and whatnot. They just want to get people in.
Yeah. There's some shadiness.
Some shadiness.
There's a whole, like, canopy thing that you go walk through. And, you know, it is a little intimidating to see a huge... Like, you look at your phone and it's like, oh, only a 15-minute wait. Then you look across Frontierland into Liberty Square and you see just a crowd of people into that canopy. Mm-hmm. Makes you think this is longer than 15 minutes. Then you get in and, you know, it goes pretty quick.
It's not that bad. I'm a human fast pass, so, I can't really speak to most people's waiting time, but I've never waited very long in Haunted Mansion.
Right.
Except during the Halloween parties. If you don't go during a parade or something like that, that's a hot commode.
Right. For sure. There's like the quick line when it's not too busy that you just kind of cut right through into the building. But then when there's more people, there's the longer one where you get the interactive queue line, where you got the books coming off the bookshelf, you got the instruments that you can touch and they make the noise.
Yep, absolutely. If you have a keen eye, you can look for the wedding ring of the bride. The bride, which, have you seen it?
I have.
I think I've seen it too.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it too.
But it is it. Like, if you think you saw it, you probably saw it, because what are the chances that there's two
No, I just mean, like, you know, sometimes I watch videos.
Oh, yeah.
And I think even on this podcast, if you roll back the tape, somewhere hidden in it, I think I said, oh, you know what I did one time? Oh, wait, no, that's just a video I watched.
Got it.
Sometimes I think I did things.
Fair enough.
Which is a great life to live.
Yeah, because
to me, I did it.
Yeah,
but
right.
I didn't do it.
Hey,
so,
there. Boom.
And then there's just a lot of, you walk in, you see on the tombs, you see like an eye.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It'll be just a regular tombstone, but if you keep on looking at it for a while, you'll see like the eyes open and sort of look around and close again.
Yeah. And then all the rhymes that are on there,
Absolutely.
Like, it's really cool. I love the queue line to Haunted Mansion because it's outside, but there's some shade and then there's some interactivity. And then the queue line kind of continues once you finally get in and experience the pre-show. The pre-show is classic. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. Mm-hmm. I am your host, your ghost host.
Ghost host.
Classic. And then you're in that room with no windows and no doors. And the room stretches. Now, in Walt Disney World, the room actually does stretch. But in Disneyland, the room does not stretch.
You got those mixed up.
Oh, did I get them mixed up?
In Disneyland, it stretches because it has to go under the train tracks.
Got it.
In Disney World, it does not stretch.
What does it do?
it moves up. Maybe I don't know the mechanics of it.
Okay,
But
okay.
I know the ultimate purpose of the stretching room was because where the building was, it had to go under the train tracks. How do you do that? Well, you literally lower us down. How do you say we're going to lower us down? Oh, look at this room. It's stretching.
Right.
Perfect.
Good.
Great.
And then those pictures are classic also. You can like buy those pictures and paintings, and I think there's even like
I love those
figurines of them
paintings.
too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love those paintings.
Super
I love
cool.
those paintings.
Super
I saw,
cool.
and I even like those paintings. What on earth is it called when you like if I have a painting of you, but it's a painting of me?
Huh? A caricature?
Okay, so like if like the picture that we're gonna put on the Instagram of you as sexy Abraham Lincoln,
Yes.
still you, but it's me.
I don't know.
Okay, well, let me phrase this another way then. I once saw the Haunted Mansion photos that we see in the stretching room, but it was the Nightmare Before Christmas characters.
Oh, okay.
It was real cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Do they do that? So they do the Nightmare Before Christmas in Disneyland.
Yes, and
for Haunted Mansion.
we all know my opinions on that. You can roll back the tapes, but I'm going to say it right here, right now,
Yeah.
too.
You don't like it?
Well, I mean, I love the idea, but like, if you're like a lot of people can only vacate, like construction workers and whatnot, the prime time to vacation is during the winter because work is much less and whatnot. So you're telling me you can't experience the Haunted Mansion in its full glory because that's the only time you can visit?
Right.
That's my only. That's
yeah,
my only
you don't
quarrel.
want to change it too much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my only thing.
Fair enough. I think that I've never seen it.
Yeah.
But I'm down for a retheme. But yeah, it's really just catering to the people who can go more than once a year, which is what it is. But
it is what it is.
Yeah. After that queue line where somebody like hangs themselves and like pretty dark. It's cool.
It's really cool.
It's perfectly spooky without being like overly scary.
And and that's the charm of the Haunted Mansion, because even like the setup, it's very much the beginning is spooky, the end is more fun spooky.
Right. It's almost like you're watching a silly symphony.
Yeah.
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 Like the skeleton dance and all that stuff, like something,
Yeah.
zombie head pops up or something.
Yeah.
But we digress. We're going far.
We
We're going at the
digress.
end.
Slow it down.
Slow.
We're in the stretching room right now.
Yeah.
So can I just say really quick, I don't know what you do,
Mm-hmm.
but I bet you do exactly what I do. I'll listen to that soundtrack in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'll listen to that soundtrack
Oh,
in
of
the
course.
car. And so I'm a Spotify premium user,
Special.
but I don't listen to it on Spotify because it's not the full version. If you go to YouTube and look up the full Attraction soundtrack, you get the full like ghost host monologue and all
okay.
this. Because he says things as you're getting into the buggy that isn't said in the recorded soundtrack, right? And I want the full experience, so I'll just pop that on.
That's
and
awesome.
Enjoy the hell out of it.
Oh man, I gotta do that. I don't do that.
Oh, John, you gotta do it.
I gotta do it.
Oh, John, you gotta do it.
I'll do it on my way to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
that way,
yeah.
at the end, I'll be at work instead of at the Haunted
Yeah,
Mansion.
well, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But you got to do it. It's actually one of my favorite things. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
I'll have to try it. I'll try it.
yeah. So I just wanted to say that really quick because the ghost host, like the safety bars.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll even hear it when you listen to it tomorrow. Now I will lower it for you, or whatever he says.
Really?
Like that's a part of it.
Yeah.
And like it just gives me the feels like I'm
Yeah.
actually, because that's what you hear when you're walking through the ride.
That's
You don't
awesome.
want to hear an abridged version because you're in the car going to work.
Right. Right. Well, I can't wait to listen. That's awesome. When the stretch room opens, you get that. That's when you enter the buggy ride. You got the line. There's more line, but it's all good. I never
Honestly,
feel. Yeah, it's all good.
it's all good. And I love that about it. So, I hate to go off on a quick tangent.
Please.
I've been places,
Mm-hmm.
specifically this year,
Mm-hmm.
that I know is incorrect of me to compare to Disney World. I know this, but I do every time.
Of course.
They don't call me Andy from Mouse Chairs for no reason.
True.
And John, I know it's wrong of me, but everywhere just does it so wrong. Everywhere just does it so wrong. Did I tell you I went to a Renaissance fair recently?
No.
Went to a Renaissance fair recently for the first time.
How was it?
It was a fun day out.
Yeah.
The people we went with, it's their thing, and they had a lot of fun. And you love seeing people have fun at what they like, and it was a great day out.
Mm-hmm.
Is it my thing? No.
Okay.
But how the event was put on,
Mm-hmm.
they ran out of all soda early in the day because it was lunchtime, and it opened at 10 or something like that.
Yikes.
And it's lunchtime, and they're out of all soda. They're running out of all these food items, and it's just like, this would never happen in Disney.
Oh gosh.
Yesterday, I went to the mall,
Mm-hmm.
saw Wetzel's Pretzel.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you're a fan of the podcast like Blue Jay, Andy from Mouse Chairs loves the Wetzel's Pretzels in downtown Disney.
Yes.
I always get the Sinful Cinnamon Pretzel. That's exactly what I got. I walked up to the... Listen to this, John. I walked up to the Wetzel's Pretzel. I said, I'll take a Sinful Cinnamon Pretzel. And the lady said to me, well, we have the bites. And she pointed to the thing with all the pre-made, and there were bags of pretzel bites. And they just looked like normal pretzel bites. I was like, are they Sinful Cinnamon? And then she sort of turned her head and she said something in Spanish, so I don't know what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a lull. And then she was like, that'll be, however much. And I was like, okay. So I paid, and I was like, I'm not quite sure what I'm getting.
Right.
Because I asked for Sinful Cinnamon.
Yeah.
She pointed towards the pretzel bites and then told me a price.
You're right.
So I ended up getting my Sinful Cinnamon pretzel.
Oh, good.
I think she just didn't want to make it because the bites were already pre-made.
Oh.
Yeah, and I said to Amanda, I was with Amanda, and I said to Amanda, this would never happen in Disney. No. Because most workers are on the college program and all this. They're happy to be there.
Yeah, they want to be there, yeah.
They want to be there. They're happy to be there. And nobody is happy to be anywhere outside of Disney World.
It's true.
So I hate that I do that, but it's just so true.
Mm-hmm,
I mean, you can hear a million times, oh, Disney is such a magical place, and you hear, yeah, Disney adults and whatnot.
No, but it's true.
It's true.
It is true.
God. So, anyway.
Good rant.
What were we talking about?
It was a just rant.
Yeah.
We're just getting on the ride.
So the Doom Buggies, if you want to call them buggies?
Doom Buggies.
Doom Buggies.
Yeah.
The Doom Buggies is a consistently moving track.
Yeah, and I love that.
Very similar to Under the Sea, Little Mermaid.
Journey of the Little Mermaid.
That's it. Journey of the Little Mermaid. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Me too.
And they're comfortable.
They are.
Dare I say they're too comfortable, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I love when the ride stops.
Slow it down.
Let's slow it down.
They're very comfortable.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the now picture that comes of the picture frames when the lightning goes and the pictures kind of change. One of them takes a picture, Be prepared.
And John, I love me some pictures in Disney World.
Yes.
I love it when the rides take pictures of me. I do.
Me too.
I was all for that addition.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And I could tell a story, but I won't make light of Paul, although he was texting during the ride, and the person he was with didn't want him texting during the ride.
Ooh.
And the picture tells all.
Ooh.
Classic.
Paul's in trouble.
Yeah.
But you see great moments in that, such as the clock that's always at 13 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, that's the spookiest moment in all of Haunted Mansion, I think, because it's the perfect moment when you're in a shadowy spot. You're like basically turned towards a corner, and you see this clock with this shadow of a hand going, and it's 13 o'clock. And whenever that happens, I'm like, ooh, this is the spookiest part of the ride. That's what I feel. Now, before that, you get like, the doors that kind of like pulse in and out. You get the coffin that kind of opens. You get the piano plays itself.
Love the piano.
Awesome stuff. However, it's kind of like just classic, like run of the mill, like this is a classic haunted house, whatever.
Yeah.
Couple of things that make Haunted Mansion stand out is the Imagineering, the clock. The clock is awesome. I think that's a spooky, atmospherically awesome. You have the heads that kind of like always like are looking at you as you go, and you have the bottomless hallway. That's like how they do this. Is a mirror?
That.
Is this what is this?
That's, dare I say, that's my favorite part of the ride.
Yeah.
The bottomless hallway.
Yeah.
So can I just say something real quick about the Imagineering?
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet you've seen it, but on Disney Plus, there's I think it's called Behind the Ride.
Oh yeah.
It's essentially the Imagineering, like behind the scenes of certain things,
Yes.
projects and rides and whatnot.
Yeah.
I've seen every episode except one,
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
Really?
You know why?
Because darn it, we had to do something to not be prepared for this episode. Nah.
Blue Jay's gonna be very upset. But no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to
because
see
you
it.
don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Got it.
I don't want to know how they do it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. Yep. So that's a fun little thing for you
Yeah.
there.
That is cool.
But that classic wallpaper that is like
Dude, yeah,
bats with eyes.
literal
looking at you.
that's like a fashion thing now.
It's a fashion thing.
I have the Crocs. I have
And
Crocs.
Yeah, you have Crocs. I'm not upset about it.
I'm not upset about it either. I love my Crocs.
Good.
The basic, you're on this tour. Your ghost host is taking you on a tour, and basically taking you through every room, all this stuff, and then you enter the bride's quarters, which we'll talk about the bride in a moment. But essentially, at the end is when ghosts start to materialize. Are you okay?
Yeah. It's not great when whiskey goes down the wrong way.
Oh yeah, no. Sorry, but so basically, yeah, you're on this tour, and the classic. There's 999 happy haunts. We need one more. Always room for one more. Any volunteers?
I volunteer every time.
Yeah,
Every time.
every time. It's awesome. It's so well themed, and then you go to the bride. And there's a whole story behind the bride, and it's like there's lore beyond the ride, and I love that. And I think Pirates of the Caribbean is the same way, but and we'll do a two-parter there too, the ride and the movies.
Yeah, that sounds good.
There's lore behind the ride, like beyond the ride, the ring outside, there's little Easter eggs. This bride married. Killed like 4 of her husbands.
Head?
How many husbands is it, Blue Jay? No, that's the last one. I'm sorry. Thank you for your support. But it's just the heads and that room. It's a good one to get stopped in because there's so much to look at.
Absolutely.
The bride's room.
Absolutely. There's a theory, and because you're essentially going through the mansion,
yes,
okay, and when you get to Constance, she is located in the attic of the mansion. So essentially, what you're doing is you're going through the halls and whatnot, and then you're going Is Madame Leota before?
I mean, Madame Leota is after because she's summoning the ghost.
So then, you work your way upstairs, and then you're in the attic, and that's where you see Constance Hatchaway, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, Madame Leota I don't want to get too ahead here, but essentially the reason why you can see ghosts after that point is because you die.
Yeah, but let me ask you, when is the dinner scene?
Right after
Leota? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the next thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's a fine theory.
We should do a Disney Theories episode.
That's not a bad idea. So we can I think that's a fine theory. I don't know if I buy into it just because he's saying when he volunteers and at the end they're like a ghost will follow you home and stuff like that. So like but it's a fine theory. I like it. It's good.
Okay.
We'll touch on Disney theories.
Disney theories.
A good idea.
So I just wanted to say that.
Okay. Yeah.
But
that's a cool theory.
Yeah.
Spooky room, cool room. The Leota room is absolute classic.
Ooh,
it's classic.
Love the Leota room.
And the voice of Madame Leota. Do you know who it is?
I did, but I don't. I forgot.
Now I don't know if the name's escaping me, but it's the woman who voiced Maleficent and Lady Tremaine in the movies.
There we go.
Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. So awesome, and then the Black Crow kind of watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's musical instruments kind of flying around and stuff. Very
ominous.
Themed, like it's very ominously themed. There's a story there. There's
Absolutely.
a story beyond the ride. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely.
I have so much to say in regards to movies, so we'll discuss in next episode. But there's a lot there. There's a lot of really classic things. There's a lot of theming that can go very well into telling a story. And I have something to say, and I am going to wait till next episode to say it because I have a very strong opinion.
Ooh, I love John's strong opinions.
The dining scene where there used to be a hidden Mickey out of those plates, and they moved it.
Now, y'all are monsters for doing that. Because I looked for those plates every time, and who was it hurting?
Wasn't hurting me at all.
They were just plates.
They were just plates. Why?
Disney.
So,
no idea how they do the ghosts. No idea. It baffles. I can find out, but I skipped the episode.
Right. It's excellent Imagineering.
It baffles me.
Yeah,
it baffles me.
It's literally excellent. The picture frames they move.
Yeah.
The dual guys. Yeah. The grandmother from Carousel of Progress is on the rocking chair at the side of the dining hall.
Yeah.
Really cool. One of the coolest rooms. See, that's the thing about the Haunted Mansion. Everything you say, the bottomless hallway, the clock, the spooky clock, Madame Leota, the bride, the hallway, the final graveyard scene. Mm-hmm. It's all so classic.
Yeah.
That it's just classic after classic after classic.
Yeah.
To the point where the pre-show is classic.
Pre-show is classic, yeah. No, everything, and that's why, because it was always my second favorite, now it's my first.
Yeah.
But that's why it holds such a title.
Yeah.
That's why it holds such a title.
It's like so perfect. So yeah, I don't know how they do that, the ghost dancing and stuff like that. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like that a lot.
And then the ghosts start to materialize, and then you get to the graveyard.
So, how, in terms of mobile riding, are we getting to that graveyard, John?
The doom buggy completely turns around and just lays you down, and you go down this track. And I have gotten stopped there.
Oh, you lucky bastard!
I am going to sleep.
Oh, you lucky bastard!
Yeah.
I swear, I got stopped almost right there.
Yeah.
To the point where when it started up again, the second it started up again,
yeah,
I was back. I was that close. I was that close. Great moment. You know I love to nap in Disney. You know this.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? That is such a moment. It's dark. The doom buggy is comfortable. You are laying almost completely flat.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. It's a classic.
Agreed. when you're down there, you get the ghosts, like this projection of a bunch of ghosts flying around. The guy at the gate with his dog with the lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Looking in, then you enter the graveyard, and it totally, like, the Grim Grinning Ghosts, while a complete classic song, it just feels like you're in a spooky, silly symphony.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It feels like you're in an old animated Disney cartoon.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
So good. You got mummies, you got zombies, you got, ghouls, you got ghosts, you got like everything that you can like think of.
Mm-hmm.
They're there.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever jumped during that part, like when one of the things like pop up? Or there was one time where I'm like, ooh, that was good.
That was a good one. Yeah, I don't think so.
No. But it's not scary at all. It's like
no,
silly,
that's like
but,
when the kids are like, yeah.
Yeah. But there was one where I was like, woo.
Yeah. No, sometimes they'll pop out at you.
Mm-hmm.
And you pass the hitchhiking ghosts. Love those.
Yeah, hitchhiking ghosts. And then after that, you go to the mirrors where Ghost is in your doom buggy with you, and there's like some crazy stuff like they'll switch your head.
Again, don't know how they do that.
I don't know.
It boggles my mind.
I don't know how they do it. And then at the very end, you got the bride saying, hurry back. Don't forget to bring your death certificate.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
This lady is the least intimidating thing in the whole Haunted Mansion. She's that big.
Yeah.
She's that big.
Yeah.
She's just really high up, and she's like, hurry back. And I'm like, you're like 3 inches. Okay.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
I would go like that.
Yeah.
And you would hit the wall real fast. Yeah.
What's your favorite? We just talked about a bunch of classic scenarios in the ride. What's your favorite? Oh, I think you might have said it. You were talking bottomless hallway or
when it comes
never-ending hallway.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, I love the never-ending hallway. And then you see the candlestick with no one holding it, going down it. And it's just something that, one, I don't know how they do.
Yeah.
And if you do know how they do it and you're like, how do you not know it's so simple this? It's like, no one cares about your opinions, okay?
Yeah.
I like to be surprised by things. And so I love the visual of that. I love that I don't really know how they do that in an engineering sense, so I do love that. I am going to go simple with this next one. I love the wallpaper.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's a perfect decoration, and when I see items, backpacks, clothing, anything like that with that printing on it,
you get excited.
I love it.
Yeah.
I get so excited.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm going to go simple. I'm going to say that. Okay? It literally, and talk about something that sets the mood without you even really realizing it.
Right.
It's like if you, I don't know if you've ever seen The Haunting of Hill House, but you watch the show and, if you look in the background, sometimes you can see a ghost, right? And if you miss it, you miss it.
Mm-hmm.
But
the atmosphere is there.
The atmosphere is there. Even if you don't see it, for some reason you feel unsettled. You don't know why.
Yeah.
It's because there's a ghost in the background.
Yeah.
It's like you don't know why, but you're unsettled. It's perfect wallpaper.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'll agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my favorite. I love the clock, right? I love the pre-show, and probably. I love being in the Leota room. Madame Leota.
The Leota room is great, yeah. And there are some changes coming to the Disney World Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, because of the, the character in the movie.
Yeah, which the Hatbox Ghost.
Yeah,
was always in the Disneyland Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
It was never in the Disney World Haunted Mansion.
Now
they are now putting it in. I guess because of the movie.
Yeah, it's so new.
Which is weird because they should have had it in anyway. I'm a full supporter of this.
Right. I just so happened to have this jar like that holds the spirits, and I actually have the Hatbox Ghost jar and popped that out for Halloween.
Yeah, so that's lots of fun.
Didn't even remember that I had it. Came in this really cool box, which sports the wallpaper as well.
Yeah, so I like that a lot. Yeah, that's a really cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It's almost like a coffin inside. Really cool.
Cool merch, but I'm all for that. I love that. I mean,
with a death certificate as well.
It comes with a death certificate.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Right.
But I'm all for that.
Yeah, me too.
And as long as we keep it, like, if they just take exactly what's at Disneyland and put it in, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But like, if you try to like say, oh, this is obviously from the movie and it's different than the Disneyland, well,
yeah, there's a fine line because Pirates of the Caribbean, they added Jack Sparrow, and that was very different because that was successful to the point where people knew the movies more than the ride. This is like, I don't think anything's really reached the height of Pirates yet.
Yeah.
Even with the new movie, but we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it.
So,
lastly, I just want to say, right up until the end, John, in Haunted Mansion, you're leaving.
Yeah. Shout out
to Mr. Toad.
Mr. Toad. I was hoping you'd go there. Yeah, the graveyard of animals, the animal graveyard, and there's Mr. Toad in the back.
Tippy Top, again, one of those things you can miss it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not out there like, hey, it's Mr.
Yeah.
Toad.
Yeah.
No, it's look, it's Mr. Toad.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Then you got your picture ops, like the buggy with like the ghost horse.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal stuff. Literal phenomenal stuff.
And during the Halloween Mickey's Not So Scary, they'll sometimes have actors come out.
Yeah.
Have you seen like those shows?
I have, absolutely. I have. Yes.
So that's lots of fun. They're like I don't know if it's different every time, but the one I've seen at least was a lady.
Yeah, I saw a lady.
Okay, yeah, and she's like a ghost, and she was just standing in front of the mansion and just, I don't know, interacting. Yeah, it wasn't like a razzling dazzling fireworks and all this.
Yeah.
But it was just like interacting with guests, and it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was lots of fun. And they didn't need to do that at all.
No.
But it adds something.
Right.
And especially for the Halloween party,
Yeah.
Is something different to give you a little extra bang for your buck.
Absolutely. Agreed. Mm-hmm. And I guess while we're on that subject, I can just call out that those are probably my favorite cast member outfits in all of Magic Kingdom. Is the Haunted Mansion cast member outfits. Mm-hmm. And, some of the good cast members really get into character, which is really nice.
I love the people that do.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion and Tower of Terror, they can really get into character, and I love it.
Though I think that they're told to, like, when somebody asks for directions or something, like there was this one guy, super good, super, like, tall guy in character, and we're, like... I think we were like at the bubbler and he like came to us, kind of like creeping up. I'm like, oh. And then we're like, do you happen to know where, whatever the nearest bathroom is? He's like, oh, yeah. So if you go over here and you straight broke character. And then he's like, have a good day.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're told to like, just like be serious when people are asking directions or something.
Right. Yeah. That would make sense. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. It was pretty darn funny. So,
that's lots of fun though, and I do love that. Where does Haunted Mansion stand on your?
So
list.
Way back when I first went to Disney, I said Thunder Mountain was my favorite mountain. Then I eventually, with the nostalgia and everything, I'm like, Splash Mountain's my favorite ride. It kind of went back and forth between Splash Mountain and Everest even, but I think Splash Mountain took it, and I think Everest is not it anymore. So it's really between Thunder Mountain and Haunted Mansion. I think Haunted Mansion has a slight edge, but Thunder Mountain is now my favorite mountain, of course. So
there we go.
That's it. How about you? Oh, you said it.
Number one.
You're number one.
It used to be number two, but we all know. Yeah. We all know what happened there.
And the Memento Mori shop.
Oh, I love Memento Mori.
It's one of the coolest shops.
The only thing I can say about it is I wish it was bigger. It's
Me too.
So small.
This is where I got the Hatbox Ghost Spirit Jar.
But like you can't fit more than 7 people in that thing.
No.
That's a small place. But wonderful place.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I do
worse
really
when it's raining.
Yeah. but I really do like Memento Mori.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, when I think Disney, one of the immediate things that pops into my head is Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
And I ain't upset about it.
I ain't upset about it either.
Just like your Crocs, and you know what I'll say to you, the Haunted Mansion, your Crocs, and Blue Jay?
What's that?
I'll cheers to that.
Well, cheers to that.
I'm out.
I am not.
Cheers!